This playthrough is rated E10+.
What's this? What are you all doing there? Look away from the man behind the curtain. You see nothing here. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with well, a different experiment I wanted to do this time. Something outside the lines of pictures and flashiness and noise and music and all over the place. And well, I wanted to go back to a throwback game that many people are aware of. Obviously, if you look it up, you could find it, but most people either don't know these games or forgotten about them, and people don't talk about them too much. And I wanted to do one today, and it's an oldie and a classic. It's Zork, the Great Underground Empire. For I think it was like the like Mac or old PC computers from back in the day. It even says here on the bottom here. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of behind the scenes stuff before. Usually when I record PC stuff, I kind of use recording software used by the graphics card I use, and it allows me to capture my screen and stuff like that. And for Zork, I mean, there are ways to play this on a console outside of this. Like, I think the Japanese have a exclusive version of this for the Sega Saturn, which I actually have I'm going to show the music for because Zork has no music in it because it's an old-fashioned game originally written in 1977, and we're playing the 1989 version of it by Infocom. This is now abandonware, so anyone who wants to play this game can just look up Zork, and most places will allow it anywhere. It uses the DOSBox program, so if you don't want to go through a third party like what I'm doing right now, then you can just download DOSBox and then find the game and then boot it up that way. Luckily, the way this is set up, I don't have to worry about having to go back in the old days of having to like type in CD backslash upload the game and go through my files. No, that'd be insane to do that nowadays. But we had to do that back in the day, and we liked it. Well, maybe we had no choice. So, all right, before we get started on this, let's click on some listening music, shall we? I'm going to use the Sega Saturn version of the game, so we're going to just loop this and have some background music while we play. I don't know if it's going to be the best, but I was like, yeah, I thought it'd be appropriate for it. So let's start Zork, the Great Underground Empire, in all of its glory. The starting of a franchise that lasted like 6 or 7 games. Yep. The game starts right here. So we got description, score, and moves. Now, moves really don't matter in the grand scheme of this game. It only indicates how quickly you can get through the game by beating it, and the score is obviously how well you do. Max score is 350, and there are ways for the game to lose score and stuff like that. And this is one of those old school games, so you can have no-win scenarios, so you have to be very careful about how you play the game, because if something bad happens to you, you're going to basically have to reset. So save often and restart if something bad happens to you. Now, this is a dialogue system, so the whole game is done through the keyboard. No mouse were required, so you have to have a basic concepts of the English language to follow this. So as long as you have a general idea, you can't get too complicated with this game. This is not like this is not like Myst or anything like that. You have to use simple instructions. So, as it says here, Zork I, the Great Underground Empire. Copyright 1981, 82, 83, Infocom Incorporated. All rights reserved. Zork is a registered trademark of Infocom Incorporated. Revision 88, serial number 840276. Or 726. West House. You are standing in an open field west of a White House with a boarded front door. There's a small mailbox there. Look. Mailbox. The sentence isn't one recognized. Well, I guess we can't look, so we can't look at the mailbox. So yeah, like I said, you can't be too. Now, yeah, you can use look to look at the scene again if you've forgotten what you just saw. You can also tell the narrator, which is obviously who's ever popping up here. You can choose to tell him how often you want the descriptions to be. So if we only want the game to brief us once on each room or location without having to go through the whole spiel, we can type in brief, and he'll tell anytime we enter a room once or a location once, it'll give it the description the first time. After that, it'll give us what the name of the area is and what items are currently in it. If not, now if you want to be super brief, like where it just gives you names and items, you can put super brief, and it'll just give you, like I said, brief just basic stuff there, nothing fancy pantsy. Or if you want to describe everything every time you go into every room, just in case, you can choose verbose, and that'll maximum verbosity, and that'll just like basically tell you everything every time you're in each room. I'll probably leave it on verbose just to remind myself of each room, but that's up to you how you want to do it. Okay, so some of the basic functions we're going to want to learn in the game is we want to learn how to score, what a score is at current times. So other than it being on the top, you can also look it up here by choosing score, and it'll tell you what your rank you are. We're a rank beginner, and because we've looked multiple times, we've used multiple moves. So, but I'm not trying to do I mean, if I want to restart this game and get back into regular moves, I can choose restart, and we can confirm. And we're back at the beginning again if you don't want to waste any moves. Like I said, I'm not trying to get like an award here for like anything like that. So you can also check what your condition is. What my condition is in. Whoops. Whoops. You can tell I don't have to type at a computer very often because I'm like slowly typing at it. But if you choose diagnose, it'll tell you what your condition health is, which can affect like certain encounters in the game. So right now we're at perfect health. If someone hits us with a serious wound, which there can be a variable depending on when you get attacked, if you can get wounded or not. So that's where the save feature is important here. And if you ever want to save, we just put save, and it'll save it in the C slot or wherever your game is set for. So. And then if you want to restore, you can just restore and then save, and then boom, we're back at oh, well, actually maybe I might be okay, so sorry, I got mixed up there for a second. So anyway, so there's that. So, and then there's all these different actions we can do. So anyway, let's restart the game again and start from the beginning. So there's a small mailbox here. So what do you do in the obvious description? Well, let's open the mailbox, shall we? You might hear my keys popping in every once in a while. So opening the small mailbox reveals a leaflet. Well, let's read this leaflet, shall we? You don't have to if you don't want to on this one. It's not required, but it gives you info on the world itself. Taken. Welcome to Zork. Zork is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it, you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate it. So we can go in most cases, we can go in most directions in the game, unless the game tells you otherwise. I'm going to try to give the most, I don't know if I'd say most efficient run, but most easiest way to get through it. Obviously, explore at your own leisure, figure out what you want to do, stuff like that. Just, you have to be careful, like I said, save and restore often if it comes down to it. So, any direction, you can type in go north or type in north, or the game is pretty simple. You can actually just type in north and you'll go north, or type in a letter and it'll go north. So it's simplified like that, which is nice. North of house. You're facing the north side of a white house. There's no door here and all the windows are boarded up. To the north, a narrow path winds through the trees. Well, let's keep going north and see what's there. Forest path. This is a path winding through a dimly lit forest. The path heads north-south here. One particularly large tree with some low branches stands at the edge of the path. So, this is one of the first things we need to get. I mean, you could get this later, I guess, but it's easier to get this now before you go into the house. So, let's see if we can get up that tree, because there's something inside. Climb tree. Up a tree. You are about 10 feet above the ground, nestled among some large branches. The nearest branch above you is above your reach. Beside you on the branch is a small bird's nest. In the bird's nest is a large egg encrusted with precious jewels, apparently scavenged by a childless songbird. The egg is covered with fine gold inlay and ornamented in lapis lazuli and mother of pearl. Unlike most eggs, this one is hinged and closed with a delicate-looking clasp. The egg appears extremely fragile. Well, we got to be careful. This is one of those situations where we could get a game ender here. So let's take the egg. We take the egg. Now, hopefully, and we can't open it and whatever. So, but we have to be kind of careful. So, all right, now we need to go down the tree. Okay, cool. Nothing happened with that. So sometimes bad things can happen if you if you climb down the tree, like I think there's a random factor you can accidentally drop the egg or something like that. So, okay, we're gonna go south, then we're gonna go east. So now we're behind the house. So now we're at brief description. So like I said, if I could always choose verbose. I was thinking about choosing verbose, but I'm like, you know what? I think I'm fine with this. But anyway, behind the house. You're behind the White House, a path leading into the forest to the east. In one corner of the house, there's a small window which is slightly ajar. Window is a door, not a door, and it is ajar. All right, so now we're behind the house, and obviously the description of the game clearly indicates the window is something important. So let us open window. With great effort, you open the window far enough to allow entry. Ooh, boy. Okay, now let's go west into the house itself. Yeah, you need, back in the day here, you need a little map too, which I actually do have a map for this on my phone I'm using to remind myself where I need to go. But yeah, back in the day, you really need to make a map for this game, because you couldn't type map and get a map of this. It is as it is, so, you know, just hopefully you have a good sense of direction, or you've got your graph paper out. Yeah, remember when you had to pull out graph paper to play old games? I do, and we loved it. Yeah, there's probably got to be a bunch of old man yelling at clouds situation going on here, so. Anyway, kitchen. You are in the kitchen of the White House. A table seems to have been used recently for the preparation of food. A passage leads to the west, and a dark staircase can be seen leading upward. A dark chimney leads down, and to the east is a small window which is open. On the table is a elongated brown sack, smelling of hot peppers. A bottle is sitting on the table. Glass bottle contains a quantity of water. Ooh, quantity of water. Well, let's take... Oops. Take bottle. Yes, we take that bottle. Okay, now let's go west. Now we're in the living room. You are in the living room. There's a doorway to the east, a wooden door with a strange Gothic lettering to the west, which appears to be nailed shut. A trophy case and a large oriental rug in the center of the room. Above the trophy case hangs an elvish sword of great antiquity. A battery-powered brass lantern is on the trophy case. Ooh, lantern, huh? I think we're gonna want to get that. That sounds important. So let's open the case here. We are opening it. So, all right. So we want to take the sword. So we got a weapon because we are an adventure. Okay, we want to take that lantern as well. And then I think that's it. Let me see. I'm trying to remember if there was a way to like describe items to me or something like that. Let me look really quick. I have a list of like the common words you can use in this game. See if it allows me to like double check items, and because sometimes you can look at a look item or something like that, but most of them have to deal with the situation. So if you type look, it usually looks at the general area. Not really, because most of it's pretty straightforward. Okay, I'm just double checking just to make sure I can do anything to like. Okay, but anyway, we want to go east. Kitchen. On this table is an elongated brown sack smelling of hot peppers. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, I probably want to take everything I can pick up, right? Well, actually, this game has a item inventory system, which is there is a weight accountability, sort of. You can only take so many items at once. So there's some items you're just never gonna need or grab, or you'll have to worry about dropping, picking and stuff up at a later date. So I'm gonna try to not like just grab everything, unlike Uninvited, where you could just grab everything and it didn't matter what was the purpose of it. So, but yeah, we're gonna leave the bag alone. Sorry, no hot pepper gaming for you. All right, we're gonna go up into the attic. You've moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You're likely to be eaten by a Grue. Now, this is the first instance. Now, people have probably heard of the Grue before in previous games, but the Grue is an item that is a creature that always appears in the darkness no matter where you are, and depending on how many turns you take, it might instantly eat you. I think it's 1 to 3 turns the Grue will eat you if you stay in a pitch black darkness for too long. So we want to turn the Grue away from us by turning the lantern on. Gotta spell correctly, dude. Yeah, I know. My English is my first language, you know. Turn lantern on. This is the attic. This is the attic. The only exit is a stairway leading down. A large coil of rope is lying in the corner. On the table is a nasty-looking knife. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, you could probably turn on. Why not just leave the lantern on the whole time and never turn it off? Well, the game has an indicator for how long the lantern can turn on. I forgot how many actual turns the lantern can stay on. How many moves the lantern can stay on before it goes out. But you do have to conserve it, especially if you're trying to be efficient with this. So we want to make sure to grab what you can, turn off the lantern within as many turns so you can get as much use of it for the whole game. But yeah, I don't remember how many moves it takes for it to go out, but we don't want to worry about that. So let's take the rope, since we have some light. Okay, and then we're going to turn the lantern back off. So it is now pitch black, but as long as, but now we can just go back down because we know where to go. So we're back in the kitchen, and then let's go west, back into the living room. Let's see. Let me look at the living room again. I think there was something here. Yes, okay. The rug was suspicious, so we want to move the rug and do something with that. With a great effort, the rug is moved to one side of the room, revealing the dusty cover of a closed trapdoor. Yes, our adventurous senses are tingling. We can go through the trapdoor. Okay, so we want to open the trapdoor. Whoops. Good thing that doesn't count as a move. Not that it really matters. The door reluctantly opens to reveal a rickety staircase descending into darkness. Darkness, you say? Yes. Let's go and save. See. Save. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm just going to name it like that. That'll be easier. Okay. So now we want to go down. It is pitch black. You're likely to be beaten by a Grue. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. Ooh. Is it a sword similar to was it Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit? A Sting, was it called? Yeah, I think that was taken from that. Although that was taken from, I think Jack Vance, I believe, was like one of the first people to write about magical glowing weapons. I could be wrong, but I think that's one of the earliest indications in book form. Like I said, I could be wrong. Maybe I should double check that, but Jack Vance was one of the first pioneers to pioneer a lot of things, especially in D&D, for example. So, okay. So, and one of the big things about, I forgot to show down the one part. You've moved in a dark place. The trap door crashes shut, and you hear someone barring it. So, apparently someone was following us the whole time. So, who knew, right? So, all right. So that means we can't get back up for a while. So. Okay, so since we can't see anything, we need to turn the lantern on, because otherwise, Grue time. Or not Groot. Grue time. Oh, and if you want to repeat an action for some reason, you can just type in again if it's like a really long phrase, and it'll just quickly get to the next section. So, cellar. You were in a dark, damp cellar with a narrow passageway leading north and a crawlway to the south. On the west is the bottom of a steep metal ramp, which is unclimbable. So, no going that way, huh? Okay. So, let's go and save it as well, because since the weapon is glowing, so means a danger indicator. So in the general vicinity, we're going to be fighting something. So, okay. So we want to go north. The Troll Room. This is a small room with passages to the east and south and a forbidden hole leading west. Bloodstains and deep scratches, perhaps made by an axe, mar the walls. A nasty-looking troll, brandishing a bloody axe, blocks all passages out of the room. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. The troll hits you with a glinting blow. You're momentarily stunned. Let's see. Diagnose. Oops. Diagnose. You're in perfect health. Oh, right, that counts as an action. I probably shouldn't have done that. So, okay. So, we need to fight troll with sword. The troll is confused and can't fight back. The troll slowly regains his feet, so we want to do that again. Clang clash. The troll parries. The axe sweeps past you as you jump aside. Again. Clang clash. The troll parries. The troll axe barely misses your ear. Oh, this ain't going too well. We're not even doing any damage to him. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, there is a randomness, so a quick stroke, but the troll is on guard. The axe crashes against the rocks, throwing sparks. Again! Well, here we go. A good stroke, but it's too slow. The troll dodges. The flat of the troll's axe hits you delicately on the head, knocking you out. Conquering his fears, the troll puts you to death. It appears to you that last blow was too much for you. I'm afraid you are dead. You have died. Now let's take a look here. Well, you probably deserve another chance. I can't quite fix you up completely, but you can't have everything. And then we restart, and then when you die, you get a few second chances in the game, but the thing is, you lose points, and two, your items, depending on what it is, will be scattered to the four winds. So you never know, you don't know where they'll be now. So it's almost better just to restart when that happens. So let's restore. Okay, look. Okay, we're in the cellar again. Okay. So we have to, because we went to fight the troll, so go north. And fight troll with sword. Yeah, unfortunately, when you upload something, it doesn't immediately give you a description of the room, so you have to, like, use a turn to look again just to make sure you're like, oh, okay. Okay, let's see if we can actually beat the troll this time. The troll is disarmed by a subtle feint past his guard. The troll disarmed, cowers in terror, pleading for his life in the good old language of the trolls. Yeah, I don't think so, dude. You were gonna kill me. The unarmed troll cannot defend himself. He dies. Almost as soon as the troll breathes his last breath, a cloud of sinister black fog envelops him, and when the fog lifts, the carcass has disappeared. Your sword is no longer growing. Woo, good. Okay, so let's save that again. So since we killed him without dying, and oh yeah, I guess I should show. Let me show you the getting eaten by the Grue description. Turn off. Turn, land, turn off. Okay, let's just go. Okay. Oh no! A lurking Grue slithering into the room and slithered into the room and devoured you. You have died. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to show that. So. Let's see. Okay, we're in the troll room again. The troll room. This is a small room with the passages to the east and south and a forbidding hole leading west. Bloodstains and deep scratches. There's a bloody axe here. Okay. We are not going to take the axe, by the way, so... Oh, yeah. I didn't even die. I mean, we didn't take any hits, but I want to make sure I don't have any wounds. Okay. So we'll go there. And if you did take a wound and didn't die, you would have to basically use a bunch of turns to wait till your wound healed. I forgot how long it takes, depending on that. So let's restore again so I don't waste any turns because the lantern's on right now. So, okay. Alright, now let's go west into the maze. Or, sorry, well, that's, I know where we're generally where we're going. Maze. This is a part of a maze of twisty little passages, all alike. Okay, so the maze here is probably the most confusing thing in the game, too, especially even if you have the map because of the way it works. So make sure, like I said, I have a map ready to go. And it's not a map of my making. I did find one online, unfortunately, because I didn't want to do all this by hand like back in the day. I kind of wish I'd found my old map, but I don't have a lot of my stuff when I was a kid when I played this game, so I don't have that stuff anymore, so oh well, whatever. It just happens, so okay. Let's see, now I have to look at the map just to make sure. Let's see. So, and there's a few things that can happen in the maze as well. One of the big things is you can run across different people in the maze, and you might end up running across a thief, which is the big deal, which he can steal your treasure. Well, luckily, there's a way to get it back, but he is a little annoying. So, but we do, I think we do actually need to run across him if I remember my, especially. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just looking over my notes in my general direction here because I don't remember every single thing about this game anymore, so you'll have to forgive me. So, all right, yeah. So, see, when you put in a direction, it gives you the same description. Yeah. So keep that in mind. So hopefully you're paying attention to your own surroundings. So, I want to go east, and then up. Yeah, the game doesn't even tell you that there's up passages or anything like that. You just have to be aware on the map or look for general descriptions, or check every single time, which can use a lot of moves, but which would waste your lantern fuel. But we need it in here because it's always dark in the maze. So, This is a part of a maze. Oh, sorry. A skeleton, probably the remains of a luckless adventurer, lies here. Beside the skeleton is a rusty knife. The deceased adventurer's useless lantern is here. There is a skeleton key here. An old leather bag bulging with coins is here as well. Okay. So, we don't want to mess with the... Well, I could save it. Because... if we mess with the skeleton, something happens. So, but... Let's use for skeleton. Oh, sorry. Fight skeleton with sword. There we go. A ghost appears in the room and is appalled at your desecration of the remains of a fellow adventurer. He casts a curse on your valuables and banishes them to the land of the living dead. The ghost leaves, muttering obscenities. Resin, like Popeye or Elmer, or not Elmer, but Yosemite Sam, Blazin, Kraken, Rabbit. Okay, anyway, yeah, you don't want to mess with the skeleton, so let's restore. Okay, we're back in the room with the dude again. So, but yeah, he'll take all your treasure. And if we want to get to it, it takes a while to get to it. So it's again, it's another case of either reload a save or restart the game if you did that. So yeah, this game didn't hold your hand, man. You really, I mean, we didn't have so many options back in the day either. So I mean, if you died here, you're like, oh well, let's do it again, because there weren't any. In terms of games, anyway, there's obviously things to do, but you know what I mean. Okay, so anyway, we'll just before we leave, let's go and take the coins. Okay, we take the coins. Okay, now in this case, in this current room, we want to go southwest, and we're in the room again. So we want to go east, south. This is part. Your sword is glowing faintly with faint blue glow, which means we're about to fight another creature. So let's save it again, because you never know. And then let's go southeast. Cyclops room. This room is an exit on the northwest and a staircase leading up. A Cyclops who looks prepared to eat horses, much less more mere adventurers, blocks the staircase. Hopefully it doesn't do 110 points of damage. Yeah, there's a joke in like the old 2nd edition D&D Monsters Manual where they forgot to put a D in when it came to damage. So instead of 1d20, it was like 120 damage or something funny like that. Always make fun of it to this day. From his state of health and the bloodstains on the walls, you gather that he is not very friendly, though he likes people. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. Now you're probably wondering who closed the door on us on our way here. Well, apparently, according to lore, it was the Cyclops who closed the door on us. So I don't know why he just didn't kill us or chase after us, but whatever. Because Cyclops, aren't they huge? But anyway, yeah. So in this case, now, in this case, the Cyclops is actually a really dangerous opponent, which means fighting him with the sword is basically almost suicide. So we have to do something to get rid of him. But I'm going to show you what happens when you fight the Cyclops with the sword, even though you're not supposed to do that. You would think you would have to because you did it with the troll earlier, so why not the Cyclops, right? The Cyclops shrugs, but otherwise ignores your pitiful attempt. The Cyclops seems somewhat agitated. Yeah, apparently he's just annoyed. He appears to be getting more agitated. Let's do it again. The Cyclops is moving about the room, looking for something. I wonder what he's looking for. Let's keep trying to attack him. This is clearly working. The Cyclops is looking for salt and pepper. No doubt they're condiments for his upcoming snack. I don't believe you. I think we got him on the ropes, folks. The Cyclops is moving towards you in an unfriendly manner. I don't like your tone. You have two choices: leave or become dimmer. Well, let's do it again. The Cyclops shrugs, but otherwise ignores your pitiful attempt. The Cyclops, tired of all your games of trickery, grabs you firmly as he licks his chops and he says, I wish I could do a Homer voice. Just like Mom used to make him. It's nice to be appreciated. You have died. Yep. So yeah, don't fight the Cyclops. So okay, so now we're back in the Cyclops, or near the Cyclops room again. So southeast. So yeah, we don't want to actually fight him this time. So okay, so we want to say a certain phrase. Let's see if you're supposed to. If I just can just type the name, so say Ulysses. Okay. Maybe I just have to say type it in. Okay. So I forgot where I know what you're supposed to use to do this, but I forgot where you're supposed to remember. I think it's supposed to be um it's a basic reference to what Greek mythology? I mean, obviously Ulysses, but is it the Odyssey? Yeah, it's a reference to the Odyssey. So this is one of those old games where back in the day you almost had to almost have general knowledge of like media, like just books and certain media and just basic knowledge. If you didn't know certain knowledge that was considered normal for, well, I don't know if I'd say normal. Most people were aware of it. If you didn't know that, you'd probably not get past a lot of these old games without like guides or helps or something like that. So it's kind of interesting to pull on like Greek mythology and stuff like that because it's Cyclops, right? You know, this is before the era where people use Cyclops in different ways and different fashions. So it's almost like, where did the first hear the Cyclops? We heard him in Greek mythology. Boom, there you go. So anyway, the Cyclops, hearing the name of his father's deadly nemesis, flees the room by knocking down the walls at the east of the room. His sword is no longer growing. Hey, we got rid of him. All right. Let's save it. Since we beat the Cyclops. Okay. Yeah, but at least I get it's supposed to be a reference to Greek mythology. That's the only way I could really see it. You know, even as a kid, I wasn't sure how to get past this part because I had to keep leaving the room and going to other places and coming back to him. Like, how do you beat this guy? So, all right. Now that he's out of the room, we can get. Interesting enough, we can now actually get back to the house with no problems now that we've gotten rid of this guy. So, all right, we want to go northwest. And then for now, we're going to go drop the coins. I don't think you have to drop these here specifically, but we are going to drop them here. Okay, we'll drop the coins. And then we're going to go southeast. Back in this. Alright. Okay, since we haven't run across the thief at this point, which we do need for this one, the egg item, I'm going to go ahead and save it again. Because we need to encounter him. So we haven't encountered him yet. So we're gonna basically, since we didn't run into the thief normally, we're gonna have to force the encounter. So if we go up, we'll enter the thief's hideout himself. Okay, let's see what he does. Treasure room. Sorry, I was looking at my notes before it pops up on screen. So treasure room. This is a large room whose east wall is solid granite. A number of discarded bags, which crumble at your touch, are scattered about on the floor. There's an exit down a staircase. There is a suspicious-looking individual holding a large bag leaning against one wall. He is armed with a deadly stiletto. There is a silver chalice, intricately engraved here. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. The butt of his stiletto cracks you on the skull and you stagger back. Okay, so he attacked me, so I have to restore. I didn't want him to immediately attack me, so let's try that again. And he keeps wanting to just straight up attack me every time. Let me check diagnose just to make sure he didn't actually do damage to me. Okay. Well, let's restore again. I didn't know if the butt of the dagger actually did damage to me or not, so... Okay, let's go up again. Okay, he just cracks me, but it didn't actually do damage to him, so... Okay, so... Let's give him the egg. So he'll back off of this, and we also need him to unlock this thing, so... The thief is taken aback by your unexpected generosity, but accept the jewel-crusted egg and stops to admire its beauty. So... okay, so now we gave him the egg. Let's get out of here. And we need him to unlock that egg, so we have to give some time. We have to make some moves happen before we can do that. So, northwest. Okay, now we want to take the coins again. Oops. Okay. Wait, did he just... Someone is casually against one of the walls. He does not speak, but it's clear from his aspect that the bag will be taken only over his dead body. So, okay, so great. So one of the guys is. Okay. So I'm trying to remember on this case if I can. Yeah, I need to restore because I don't think someone wasn't supposed to be there, so, or he wasn't supposed to be there. So, okay, so we have to do that again. So Let's see. Okay, up. Oh, well, okay, so there's a little difference this time. So, let's see. A quick thrust pinks your left arm, and blood starts to trickle down, so he attacked us, so we have to restore again. Yeah, unfortunately, there's quite a few variables in this, so. Okay, yeah. Is that a perfect health? So that's considered, but the thief strikes at your wrist, and suddenly your grip is slippery with blood, so yeah, he keeps getting pretty lucky with his attacks, so. Yep, he hit me again. This is probably gonna happen a few times. This is what happens when you, okay, he dodged it. Give egg to thief. Oops. Okay, and then down, northwest, take corners. Oh man. Well, that's annoying. Let's see. Fight. Actually, I wonder if I can. Still let. Oops. I know sometimes you can actually take the thief's stiletto without a. Okay. Anyway, let's restore again. Man, I'm getting really unlucky with this coin thing. Let's see. Let's see, up. Yep. The stiletto flashes faster than you can fall, and blood wells from your leg. So this is what happened this time, so. Okay. Store. Yeah, unfortunately, this method has quite a few variables you have to deal with. Yep, raking. The thief draws blood, raking a stiletto across your arm. I wonder if we're gonna run it across every single variation of this combat situation. Okay. The thief stabs a deep cut in your arm. Man, he keeps getting super lucky and hitting me. Blood wells your leg. Jeez. I may have to cut to when I actually get a reasonable result that he's not stabbing me. Yep, he stabbed me again. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do to like affect the thief. Let's see. All right. Up. Yep. Store. This is what happened back in the day, folks. We just had to do this multiple times till, we get a result we want. Man. Talk about unlucky. Jeez. Yeah, like I said, I might just have to cut to when we actually, oops. Till he doesn't actually hit us. Okay. I'll give to thief. Oops. And down. And then northwest. Take coins. Okay. We got lucky this time because he wasn't already there. So, okay. A seedy-looking individual with a large bag just wandered through the room. On the way through, he quietly abstracted some valuables from the room and from your possessions, mumbling something about doing unto others before. He robbed me. Inventory. Rope. Yeah, he took my. Golly. He took my egg, or he took my coins. Man, I am getting so unlucky with this. Let's see, restore. Okay, I'll give to thief. Oops. Down. I really should just save it before I go into this round just to see if he's not there. Okay, finally we get the freaking coins. Oh, good lord. How many turns did that take me, like, reloading to get to that? Dang. Alright. Southeast. And then east. A strange passageway. This is a long passage. To the west is one entrance. On the east, there is an old wooden door with a large opening in it, about Cyclops sized, which is where he went through. So, okay, we want to go east again. Alright. We're in the living room this time. So, what we want to do here is now we want to store our treasure because we can't carry... Like I said, we can only carry so much stuff, and then we actually do... There is a spot in the game where we can store stuff, which is the case here. So, we want to open the case. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just to save power, I'm turning that off. Let's see, open case. Oh, right, it's already open. Okay. Put treasure in case. And now we should have one treasure inside the case, which is a leather bag of coins. So let's save again. Okay. Alright. So let's go back down. Oh, right. Open trapdoor. Okay. Okay. Go down. Okay. Turn on. Okay, we're back in the cellar again. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes again. Alright, north. Yep, there's the troll. And then east. This is a narrow east-west passageway. There's a narrow stairway leading down to the north end of the room. Let's see if this room is... Okay, it's still pitch black. I always forget like which rooms are where I can leave it on and off. Okay. Okay, so I want to go north now. Oh, sorry, did I read that? This is a narrow east-west passageway. There's a narrow stairway leading down at the north end of the room. So let's go north this time, at the chasm. A chasm runs southwest to northwest, or northeast, and the path follows it. You are on the south side of the chasm, where a crack opens into the passageway. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we want to go northeast now. Oh, actually, I could probably turn off the lantern at this point. Oh, it's still pitch black, huh? Okay, sorry. Reservoir South. You are in a long room of the south shore of a large lake, far too deep and wide for a crossing. There is a path along the stream to the east or west. A steep pathway climbing southwest along the edge of the chasm, and a path leading into a canyon to the southeast. Okay. So we want to go. Now we want to go east. Damn. Damn. You're standing on the top of the flood control dam number 3, which was quite a tourist attraction in the times far distant. There are paths to the north, south, and west and scrambled down. The sluice gates on the dam are closed. Behind the dam, there can be seen a wide reservoir. Water is pouring over the top of the now abandoned dam. There's a... How many times can we say dam? There's a control panel here on which a large metal bolt is mounted. Directly above the bolt is a small green plastic bubble. Bubble? Bubble? Who's got the bubble? Okay. So we want to go north. Now. Dam lobby. Damn that lobby. This room appears to have been the waiting room for groups touring the dam. Now you're kind of wondering what type of world is this, because at first you think it's just like some maybe fantasy world because it's got trolls and Cyclopses, but then all of a sudden we've got like working dams, which dams were a thing, but this, you can tell this is more modern version of a dam than an old school dam, so you can tell that there's something going on here that isn't just straight up fantasy, which is a nice little twist, even though there wasn't much need for twists back in the day. So anyway, this room appears to have been the waiting room for groups touring the dam. There are open doorways here to the north and east marked private, and there's a path leading south over the top of the dam. Some guidebooks entitled Flood Control Dam Number 3 are on the reception desk. There is a matchbook whose cover says, "Visit beautiful FCD number 3 here." Let's see. Turn it off. Let's see if it's still dark or not. Oops. Turn it off. Okay. Just to save, like I said, save. So let's take the matchbook. Okay, we took the matchbook. Okay. So we want to go south from here. And then we want to go south again. Okay, so I need to turn the lantern back on. You can probably leave it on, but I'm just, you know, trying to... okay, so in this case we want to go down. The loud room. This is a large room with a ceiling which cannot be detected from the ground. There's a narrow passage from east to west and a stone stairway leading upward. The room is deafeningly loud with an undetermined rushing sound. The sound seems to reverberate from all the walls, making it difficult even to think. On the ground is a large platinum bar. Platinum bar, huh? I see. Okay, well we can't do anything. We can't do anything right now in this room just because, well, it's considered a loud room, so it's preventing us from doing anything. So let's go west. Round room. There's a circular stone room with passages in all directions. Several of them have, unfortunately, been blocked by cave-ins. Well, I mean, I guess that prevents us from going all over the places. So, okay. So in this case, we want to go southeast. Engravings cave. You enter a low cave with passages leading north, west, and east. There are old engravings on the wall here. Read engravings. Let's see if it'll actually let me read it. The engravings here were incised in the living rock of the cave wall by an unknown hand. They depict, in symbolic form, the beliefs of the ancient Zorkers, skillfully interwoven with the base, I guess, well, it can't be base, because that'd be BASE, so bas reliefs? Bas reliefs are excerpts of illustrating the major religious tenets of that time. Unfortunately, a later age seems to have considered them blasphemous and just as skillfully excised them. Zorkers, huh? Interesting name. Okay, so I want to keep going east to the dome room. You're at the periphery of a large dome which forms the ceiling of another room below. Protecting you from a precipitous drop is a wood railing which circles the dome. Ooh, interesting. I would like to go down on this, but if it's a precipitous railing, you know, we're gonna have to find a way around that. Well, how do we find ways around things? Well, let's use that rope we got. So tie rope to railing. The rope drops over the side and comes within 10 feet of the floor. Okay, so we're gonna go down now. This is the large room with a prominent doorway leading to a down staircase. Above you is a large dome. Up around the edge of the dome, 20 feet up, is a wood railing. In the center of the room sits a white marble pedestal. A piece of rope descends from the railing above, ending some 5 feet above your head. Sitting on the pedestal is a flaming torch made of ivory. Torch, huh? Okay. But, so, we do at some point want to grab that torch, because it actually is a treasure, but we won't take it right this second, but keep that in mind, or mark that on your map, or whatever. Let's come back to later, so. Okay, see if there's any... Nope. Okay, let's go south. Temple. This is the north end of a large temple. On the east wall is an ancient inscription, probably a prayer of a long-forgotten language. Below the prayer is a staircase leading down. The west wall is a solid granite. The east and to the north end of the room is through huge marble pillars. There's a brass bell here. Let's see if I can turn the lantern off. Okay. Until it... I'm just like I said, I don't remember how many moves it takes, so... There's quite a long time where we can just leave it on, but... okay, let's see. Let's see if I can read the... prayer, or... Let's see. The prayer is inscribed in an ancient script, rarely used today. It seems to be against small insects, absent-mindedness, and the picking up and dropping of small objects. The final verse consigns trespassers to the land of the dead. All evidence indicates that the beliefs of the ancient Zorkers were obscure, quite obscure indeed. Okay, so now I want to go south. Oh wait, no, never mind. I want to take that bell. I want that bell. Okay, so now let's go south again. Altar. This is the south end of a large temple. In front of you is what appears to be an altar. In one corner is a small hole in the floor which leads into the darkness. You probably could not get back up at it. You probably could not get back up it. Okay, sorry. Words fail me. On the two ends of the altar are burning candles. On the altar is a large black book, open to page 569. So, let's see. Let's read the book. Or actually, I'll just save it real quick. Oops. Read book. Commandment number 12592. O ye who go about saith unto each, Hello, sailor. Dost thou knoweth the magnitude of thy sin before the gods? Yea, verily, thou shalt be ground between two stones. Shall the angry gods cast thy body into the whirlpool? Surely thy eyes shall be put out with a sharp stick. This sounds like Monty Python humor. Even unto the ends of the earth shalt thou wander, and unto the land of the dead shalt thou be sent at last. Surely thou shalt repent of thy cunning. Okay, well that was weird. So anyway, let's take the candles. And then let's go ahead and take the book. This silly book. Oh, right. Oh, I guess if you read the book, you automatically take it. I didn't even read that little section that said taken, so sorry about that. Okay, so we want to go down. Cave. This is the tiny cave with entrances west and north, and a dark, forbidding staircase leading down. A gust of wind blows out your candles. It is now completely dark. Your sword is glowing with flaking blue glow. Nuts. All right. Let's see. All right, we want to turn the lantern on. Okay. Let's see. Okay. The lantern on, and then. Okay, so we want to keep going down. Entrance to Hades. You are outside a large gateway on which is inscribed, Abandon every hope, all ye who enter here. The gate is open, although through it you can see a desolation with a pile of mangled bodies in one corner. Thousands of voices lamenting some hideous fate can be heard. The way through the gate is barred by evil spirits who jeer at your attempts to pass. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. When do we go from going from like a white house to the gates of hell? Like seriously, folks, like this game is crazy. Okay. And obviously we could fight the spirits, but like that would be death. So let's. Actually, did I save it recently before? I think I did, but I'm going to save it again. Save. Okay. Fight spirits with sword. How can you attack a spirit with material objects? Good question, game. Good question. So yeah, you can't do anything about that. I like the fact that they even have a line for you fighting the spirits or something like that. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to exercise the spirits so we can get through it. So what we need to do is we need to open the matchbook. Okay, I have 5 matches. Okay, so let's ring the bell to get started. The bell suddenly becomes red hot and falls to the ground. The wraiths, as if paralyzed, stop their jeering and slowly turn to face you. On their ashen faces, the expressions of a long-forgotten terror take shape. In your confusion, the candles drop to the ground, and they are out. Well, they were out already, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So they're shaken and confused. So, okay, so we want to light match. One of the matches starts to burn. Too bad I don't have a sound effects prepared for this, so I could just... If I was a more interesting YouTube character who actually put sound effects in his videos, this would be a lot more interesting, but no, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to stuff like that. Oh well. Anyway, we want to light candles. Not candies, candles with match. The candles are lit. The match has gone out. Yeah, you don't get too many moves until they go out, so you have to be pretty either save or just be pretty precise with what you're doing and stuff like that. So okay, so now let's show these spirits what we're made of. Let's wave candles at them and be really annoying. Waving the pair of... Yeah, and it automatically takes them, by the way. So some things you can kind of skip because the game will automatically assume you do this or whatever. Waving the pair of candles has no effect. The flames flicker wildly and appear to dance. The earth beneath your feet trembles, and your legs nearly buckle beneath you. The spirits cower at your unearthly power. Ha! They didn't expect a random phenomenon to occur to beat them. So, okay, so to finish them off, let's read the book. Each word of the prayer reverberates through the hall in a deafening confusion. As the last words fade, a voice, loud and commanding, speaks. "Begone, fiends!" A heart-stopping scream fills the cavern, and the spirits, sensing a great power, flee through the walls. Your sword is no longer glowing. Alright, they are done for. So now we have access to the land of the living dead that we got from before. So if you had, for some reason, had things that were lost, that were sent here, we can now find a way to access it. But anyway, let's go and save again. Okay, so we saved it. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do is now before we go, let's go ahead and put the candles out. Because they can, oh, right, put candles out. Flame is extinguished. This will save on wax. Yeah, even a little thing like how much wax is on the candles is important too, so an odd game indeed. Now, if you want to, for whatever reason, if you want to, get your bell back for some odd reason. I don't think you really... I'm trying to remember if I actually need the... see, I don't think... I'm trying to look at my notes and see if I actually need the bell again or not. Well, there is an action you can do if you really want to grab the bell, so I'll show it to you. So, pour water on bell. The water cools the bell and is evaporated. The bell appears to have cooled down. And then we can take the bell if we want. Sure, why not? I don't need it, but I'm going to take it anyway. We can drop it later. And then, weirdly enough, I actually don't need the bottle anymore, too. I think that was the only reason I had the bottle, really. So drop the bottle. Okay, so now let's go south. Oops, I didn't actually need to type all that out. I don't know why I did that. Land of the Dead. You've entered the land of the living dead. Thousands of lost souls can be heard weeping and moaning. In the corner are stacked the remains of dozens of previous adventurers, less fortunate than yourself. The passage exits to the north. Lying in one corner of the room is a beautifully carved crystal skull. What? No, not that movie. Not that movie. Actually, I thought the movie was okay, but it's definitely not. It's definitely the weakest out of all the Indiana Jones movies by far. And I like the concept behind it. Like, people had an issue with it because it dealt with aliens. I'm like, dude, this is the same movie franchise that dealt with like Christian mythology, Jewish mythology, and Hinduism. So it's like, why not outer space? But anyway, but I concur that is the weakest of the movies by far. But anyway, sorry. It appears to be grinning at you rather nastily. What? It's grinning at me. That's not good. Well, you know what? Give me that skull. I'm shaking it. I took that skull. Maybe it was just being weird. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Let me see if we're in pure darkness or not. Okay, I'll just... okay, so anyway, we want to go north. Yep, there's the glass bottle there. And we're safe. We want to go up. Okay, so we have to turn the lantern back on. Okay, so up. North. Okay. So now we are in the, let's see, yeah, okay, just trying to picture where I'm at right now. So, okay, mirror room. You're in a large square with tall ceilings. On the south wall is an enormous mirror which fills the entire wall. There are exits on the other three sides of the room. So we don't have to do anything with this, so let's go north again. There are passageways. There's a long, narrow corridor where a long north-south passageway briefly narrows even further. Go north one more time, round room, and then we want to go west, east-west passage, west, and then south. Okay, we're in the cellar. So now we want to go south again. East of the chasm. You're on the east edge of a chasm, the bottom of which cannot be seen. A narrow passageway goes north, and the path you are in continues to the east. Okay, so we want to go east. Gallery. This is an art gallery. Most of the paintings here have been stolen by vandals with exceptional taste. The vandals left through either the north or west exits. Fortunately, there's still one chance for you to be a vandal, for on the far wall is a painting of unparalleled beauty. Okay, well, we want to be a vandal, so let's take that painting. You're holding too many things. Okay, so we'll drop the bell, since I don't need that. Take... Taken. Okay. So we're gonna, let's see. How's the lantern situation? Oops. Lantern off. Okay. So we want to go back to the cabinet since we're like really close to the cellar. So let's go west. Okay. Have to turn it back on. That's why some people will just leave it on for long times, just because of that. So north, up. Okay. And yeah, your collection of treasures consists of a large bag of coins. So, okay. Let's put painting. Whoops. In the case. Okay. Now we got 2 treasures. Ooh, boy. Okay. So let's save. And then now we're going to deal with that thief again. So, okay, so we want to take those coins, or sorry, we want to take the coins back because we need something to be stolen from us. So, okay, let's go west twice, and then we'll go and save again because we're probably gonna have to restore a lot like before on against the thief. I didn't even count how many times I had to restore against that fight just to get what I wanted out of it. So, okay, let's go north. Oops, I mean up. Okay, thief stabs me. Okay, so let's restore because I want to start that without him attacking me. Okay, he missed this time, so. Okay. Okay, so now I want to give the coins to the thief, now that he hasn't killed me. The thief is taken back by your unexpected generosity, but accepts the leather bag of coins and stops to admire its beauty. Okay, so now that he's off guard, we need to kill thief with sword. Playing crash. The thief parries. The thief attacks and you fall back desperately. Dang it. Okay. Again. You're still recovering from that last blow, so your attack is ineffective. The butt of his stiletto cracks you in the skull. You stagger back. Thief flips, so you're still recovering from that last blow. Thief slips the swords out of your hands and it drops to the floor. Yeah, okay. Gotta restore, because he's supposed to be distracted, so we're supposed to like be able to basically take him out, or at least get a good hit on him, but we didn't, so. Oh well. Try it again. Nope. Not a good day for the thief. This thief is like the best thief ever. Like, he is causing me a lot of trouble. Man, why isn't he like? Actually, we're not trying to save the world. For a second, I was about to say, why aren't we saving the world? It's like, wait, no, we're not. We're trying to get all these treasures. We're basically, okay. Up again. The thief is. Oh, sorry, I didn't even show this one before. The thief strikes like a snake. The resulting wound is serious. So, yeah, we're pretty much screwed at that point anyway. Up. Jeez. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a lot of luck in this case. There's probably other ways to do it. Like, I've heard you can actually randomly steal his stiletto if he's not paying attention. Actually, let's see if we can. Well, actually, one theoretical slash. You catch on your sword, but the thief twists his knife and the sword goes flying. So we lost our sword. So I wonder if we can. Let's see. Because sometimes you can actually take this without, like, almost, like, randomly. Okay, out of your reach. Okay, restore. Up. Usually wounded. Because if you actually have the stiletto, you can actually insta-kill the thief. But unfortunately, because of how strong it is, but we don't. Man. Talk about bad luck. Okay, he only staggered me this time, so give coins to thief. And then fight thief. Sword. Quick thief parries. Golly. A good stroke, but it's too slow. The thief dodges. Man. Because you're supposed to use that time where he takes the coins to basically give yourself a quick... Whoops. Hopefully that... Ah. accidentally hit my... luckily, caps doesn't matter in this case. Yeah, this is exciting action, isn't it, folks? Man, keeps getting a good shot on me. I mean, I guess I could take a hit, but the thing is, because of the randomness of everything, it's better not to be hit, period. Let's see. Well, yeah. And it takes forever to restore, or to heal from a wound. So it's almost better just to try and not take it in the first place. Man. Oops. Man, the gods of randomness are not in my favor today. Misses. Ugh. Oops. Wonder if I can actually. Thief. Oops. Wonder if I can actually. I wonder if I can just take a stiletto at this point. Maybe a much of a. Okay, swings out of my reach. Okay. Well, I thought I'd get lucky, but with my luck currently, I probably shouldn't have done that. Because of just, like, we haven't been able to get the result I wanted. Okay, misses. Oops. Give points to thieves. It's because I'm trying to, like, speed type it, but I'm not very good at speed typing. Kill thief with sword. Your sword pinks the thief on the wrist, but it's not serious. The slow touches your forehead, and the blood obscures your vision. Okay. Your sword misses the thief by an inch. The thief bows formally, raises a stiletto, and with a wry grin ends the battle in your life. It appears that your last blow was too much. For you. I'm afraid you were dead. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get a good hit on him. The problem is, like I said, luck and crafting. Like, just luck is a big factor in this. I mean, there's probably a way to, like, get him more effectively, and that's probably the way I should have done it. But actually, probably what I should actually. I know what I did wrong. I should have taken the hit, and then because I think. Oh no, he hit me. So because I need to at least get a hit on him. There is a way to. Keep the battle going and not insta-kill him, so let's try it. Like I said, it's all about surviving until at least to a decent point. Oops, I already did that. Nope. Come on, game. You can only do this so many times. Well, the game wants me to. Like I said, I may have to just speed through this part, like on the video, just so like it's not me for like 10 minutes doing the same action over and over and over again. Oh, this is a new one. The stiletto flashes faster than you can follow, and blood wells from your leg. So, whoops. Restore. I typed in the wrong thing. The thumb rams the haft of his blade into your stomach, leaving you out of breath. That doesn't mean he killed me, so give. Thief. Okay. Kill. Sword. Stroke lands was only the flat of the blade. So that means I didn't do any wounds to him. That sucks. Because the way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to be able to then you can basically give him like new items, and then you can try to kill him again. Oops. You can keep, well, if you have multiple treasure, you can keep doing this. A savage blow in the thigh. The thief is stunned, but can still fight. You parry a lightning thrust, and the thief salutes you with a grim nod. Okay, so let's try it again now that we've hurt him. The thief is confused and can't fight back. The thief slowly regains his feet. Okay. Let's see. The thief is momentarily disoriented and can't fight back. A good slash, but misses the thief by a mile. The thief slowly approaches, strikes a lightning. Dang it! I'm getting so unlucky. The thief is disarmed by a subtle feint past his guard. The robber, somewhat surprised at this turn of events, nimbly retrieves the stiletto. Your sword misses the thief by an inch. Oh my god. Come on. Sword pinks the thief, but it's not serious. You dodge. Okay. Okay. It's curtains for the thief as your sword removes his head. Almost as soon as the thief breathes his last breath, a cloud of sinister black fog envelops him, and when the fog lifts, the carcass has disappeared. As the thief dies, the power of his magic decreases and his treasures reappear. A bag of coins, a crystal skull, stiletto, and a jewel-encrusted egg with a golden clockwork canary. The chalice is now safe to take. Your sword is no longer glowing. Hooray! Now I need to... Oh, okay. I didn't want to take too many turns with it on, so... let's see. Through a crystal window below, let's see. There's a golden clockwork canary nestled in an egg. It has ruby eyes and a silver beak. Through a crystal window below its left wing, you can see intricate machinery inside. It appears to have wound down. There's a silver chalice. Okay. So now we finally, beat the guy. Let me diagnose myself and see how bad it is. I might be able to continue on. You have a serious wound which will be cured after 57 moves. Do I want to stick with that? Like I said, it'll take 57 moves to heal myself. That's a tough one. I don't know, with how hard it is,